sword, so you know I got the steel. The girl on my pickle, cause she wanna rap the deal. Whole crib smell like flowers, I ain't talking daffodils. Got me like, yeah. I be coming through your finger later. I'm a piece of cracker that I still some gators, cause I'm haters. Yeah. Got so many pretty chicks, I save them, put them all up in a little incubator. When I dig them, then I think it's slim, then I tell them going, get the camera. All these rappers sleep, I'ma put them in pajamas. You on IVs, cause they hit you with the hammer. She on IG, cause she did it for the glamour. You ever try me, I'm having Jimmy like I'm Santa. You don't like me, cause your bitch ain't my banana. Bitch, I'm never landing. Swipe boss, bitch, you get to 5 bucks. They just won't understand it, I'm the best rapper alive. Yeah, man isn't good at test me, all you see is smoke like back there, man, they getting to it. How high can these bitches jump? That's the real question, elephant in the room, let me lift the trunk. Niggas getting stumped, get a fuck about a rap. Now tell me how was that? How you back out to these bitches, but they never bowing back. That is not your twin flame, I don't think you found your match. Only fighting with your guts and it became a shot and match. You got voices in your head, and none of them from God. You live in me, but not in love with them at all. Life going down the drain, like a cloud of rain. Just to get it out your brain, smoke a pound of strange. When I'm going through the changes, bitch, I'm still counting change. Shooting for a star like me, will pitch you at your range. Cause you gon' need some binoculars, an HD magnifying glass, and an aircraft with a propeller nose, with a satellite and a telescope, with a few astronauts and you gotta go and tell her how. Get the camera, all these rappers sleep, I'ma put them in pajamas. You on IVs, cause they hit you with the hammer. She on IG, cause she did it for the glamour. You ever try me, I'm having Jimmy like I'm Santa. You don't like me, cause your bitch ain't my banana. Bitch, I'm never landing. Splash boss, bitch, you get to 5 bucks. They just won't understand it, I'm not one that never lands. Trust I never gave a fuck about all your petty plans. I'm hot like several cans, fuck what Simon says, my man. Bitch, the dollar man don't land. Why you might as well be with me, bitch, cause you know your man a fan. Goddamn. Well, baby, this a roll call. I got some issues hard to trust, cause I don't really know y'all. I hope you're not a lame girl, I'm hoping that I'm so wrong. I'm living in the same world with bitches got their own cars, oh no. Before I get to cash, I gotta say, get the camera. All these rappers sleep, I'ma put them in pajamas. You on IVs, cause they hit you with the hammer. She on IG, cause she did it for the glamour. You ever try me, I'm having Jimmy like I'm Santa. You don't like me, cause your bitch ain't my banana. Bitch, I'm never landing. Splice boss, bitch, you get to 5 bucks. They just won't understand it.
And that's it. Now we're gonna get into some real curriculum. I ain't gonna break down so much of my circumstance and foundation and platforming or whatever the case may be, but it could be a little idea for other individuals to, kind of place their little circumstance into this new transition that we go. But nothing else gonna work. I'm gonna tell you that right now. None of the theatrics, none of the tricks. Already we see what y'all doing right now. None of that works when it comes to see this the thing. Let's get this clear before everything. Let's get this clear, right? It's one thing for little systems or something like that to be lost in the individual to try to create an optic. It's another thing when it's more people in the world that's the same as that individual. So it's not, that's like a waste of time trying to create online theatrics and stuff like that when you're only doing it for other people in the same position to see, not other people separating themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is why we're at where we're at right now, because I think it's too many like slow individuals that someone or a group of people gave access to something to crash it out, and it create the wrong optics based upon conflation of situation. Like, the situation have to match. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, we making a movie, actors have to be involved in the movie. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be like, I'm about to make a movie, but I'm about to just go record downtown or somewhere, whatever the case may be. It has to, you see what I'm saying? It has to have actual, so the moment you trying to make a movie, but then you ain't got no actors or no actresses, and you about to make a movie, just, it's not a movie, it's conflating. So the people who ain't involved gonna be trying to figure out why you're recording, and then you recording just gonna have to look weird trying to make people think that you're making a movie without no actors and actresses, and this the case. So it automatically going to play out as a conflation, because it's going to be like, why is this even what it is? And one have to be forcing on the other. So it become weird at times where, let's say that the person trying to make a movie or whatever start paying a whole bunch of commercials to convince the people that's not actors or actresses or whatever the case may be, that whatever specific person that's not an actor or actress is something, whatever that they're doing, wrong with it. That would never come across in any kind of way how whatever successful. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, that'd be a waste of time, a waste of money, a waste of, like, and just, it only come from the starting point of somebody who might be mentally ill a little bit, but have access to something that they thought was actually intelligent. And this is where we get crash out energy online, and how it's not even being able to be sufficient in 2026 because I got crashed out. So let's keep these things in mind before people get lost online and try to create optics and psyops around a person online beliefs, and you really only express this is your belief, and it really only works if you attach yourself to a stranger. Other than that, everybody else pretty much know what they talking about as far as their culture or whatever they got going on and how they present themselves online, and for them to even be online, people around them already knowing that's what they about or whatever the case may be. Not know, hey, we need to create a psyop around this person to stop them from being an influence. That don't even make sense when it comes to why are you on people's MySpace pages? You know what I'm saying? Like this like it don't even make. I don't even know how y'all even making it seem like that. It's weird though. So stop crashing out y'all stuff by y'all weird optic scenario creating that everyone y'all doing that to don't even have access to that. So what statement is that making? It doesn't make it look right. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, let's get it. So when we talk about the and this is why inflation going on so much also right now. So it's like a weird inflation thing where everybody down to earth right now. You just see just like everybody making a podcast or whatever the case may be. But when it comes to content creator rap, I created this. I'm the goddamn it Sugar Hill gang when it comes to this. Let's not forget this. You know what I'm saying? You could try to bring as much as the industry over here as you want, and you ain't gonna do nothing but crash out. The industry ain't gonna do nothing but crash out if they try to do it. I'm trying to tell y'all right now, this has nothing to do with the industry. And here's one of the main things y'all not understanding. The reason why online, specifically YouTube, TikTok psyoped up, IG psyoped up, Facebook been psyoped up. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, but if you could use IG just for dating or whatever the case may be, you cool. It's probably psyoped up for business also. But YouTube specifically, right? Because of how early individuals like me being on here, right? The potency of what makes this lit, what makes YouTube a thing, because it's an alternative, not for all the things that YouTube have became an alternative for, smother everybody on YouTube. So now you have the industry bringing all these things that YouTube was an alternative to, and now here's where you get certain people having to complain. Like, I don't have a problem with even rappers becoming podcasters or whatever. Get y'all money or whatever the case may be. But what I'm just breaking down is the world that we in at the moment and why it's like that. You see what I'm saying? And if it ain't gonna be no creativity in no type of aspect, it don't matter what you was doing, even if you are a celebrity and you were in a better position than us. It won't go as far as us. See what I'm saying? Because we created a torch that wasn't necessarily a part of the industry. And then for the most part, utilizing it full forms of the industry, put y'all in this little weird limbo space that all y'all are trying to describe like it's a necessity for the industry to be on this. So it's really not. You know what I'm saying? Because it started off as a subsidiary or an alternative. You see what I'm saying? When people didn't care for certain music that was played on once, television started to create that, you can pay like that dollar. I forgot what that channel was called, but you know what I'm saying? That's when Aaron Carter was hot. A lot of people around my age range, y'all know what I'm talking about. I forgot what channel it was. Channel 1042 or something like that. And around the time Aaron Carter, you could pay for the Snoop Doggy Dogg Yogi Crip Bear song, or you know what I'm saying? You pay, like, that was the last little era before we like really switched off. You know what I'm saying? We just came from dial up and got like fresh running online and stuff. We would just come from that. To upload a video, you still need your aux cords. You know, you still need your yellow red aux cords and stuff, saying this. You know what I'm saying? Those days, classic days, man, classic days. Where you had to be creative first, just to know when you about to upload. You had to be creative for new ways to upload faster and stuff. Them the really golden days, for real. But this how even when we get into the music industry, even though Soulja Boy wasn't really in this lane, it shows you the early optics of people tired of hearing what's on the radio, and it just so happened it might be one or two songs you like on the radio. You figure out what LimeWire is, try to download it, and you try to download 50 Cent in the club, and the Soulja Boy crank that or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? So like, but that was creative. You see what I'm saying? That's how you use the technology, the technique for new type of things and stuff like that. Y'all too much trying to piggyback off us, what we doing, and I had to create a whole nother carbon lane. You could smoke while teaching and be intelligent if it makes sense, not a person who don't make sense, and present what motivates you to do that. So music is just an add-on. You can't be no one-trick monkey, which we're gonna get into. I want to break it down quarterly. I ain't gonna break down specifically what I do because it's Northwest Territory type stuff I'm already doing. But at the same time, it ain't nothing to share business with individuals, or it ain't nothing to put a little game out there for individuals, especially for because I you know, like I said, I don't got no problem with even rappers becoming podcasters, however the case may be. But at the same time, too, you need to have another idea. Oh, people think like this, like a person like me, so you can get back in that creator bag, so you not realize it ain't the end all and be all. Oh, everybody on podcasts. Now, no, a lot of this is a lot of stuff people created for themselves to get on, like me. You know what I'm saying? We just get up here and talk. A lot of y'all not even doing podcasts. Y'all just doing content creation and calling it podcasts because y'all part of an industry that always trying to put something in a box. So that might have been a word floating around, podcast. But a lot of y'all, what y'all doing ain't. Some of y'all doing talk shows. Some of y'all doing just narrating. You know what I'm saying? Like Morgan Freeman. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all, but the potency is what I'm doing. This is the potency where you don't need none of that extra theatrics or whatever the case may be. Even if you ain't on your on your phone, you on your camera or your computer or whatever the case may be, and you give off the substance of what people been hearing throughout or seeing throughout your creative expression, your clothing expression, your musical expression, or whatever the case may be. That gives the to something to sell, or however the case. But people are not in that position. People are sitting around waiting and seeing how other people create something to get they 1-2 together. And since you're part of an industry, you in some type of mind state like, oh, this the new thing. This is what people want to see. And then you start presenting yourself as you copying, not really realizing, lowering your value, and those zeros that was once a value for whatever you get ready to do, whether it's a pop-up, whatever the case may be, has to be lowered a little bit. But here's the thing, your notoriety and your face card is with that. So here's where you're part of an industry and where inflation has to actually work, but the purposes it worked for doesn't make sense. It don't make nobody no money. You know what I'm saying? We got to recalibrate inflation. Now, inflation going towards the wrong things and stuff like that, or what y'all doing is leading to inflation being used in the wrong area. Let me say that sounds better, because it could be used for some good, or however the case. But at the same time, using it to compete with individuals who built themselves up, and then you losing that creative attribute of how you built yourself up to be in that position, is here where everybody is looking at right now. And then you got the side of people complaining about people who already got they 1-2 based upon the old world industry jumping in the new world right now. And then you got people in the new world and people in the old world complaining like why they can't get they 1-2 together or whatever. That's why I don't really care, because a lot of people ain't doing what I'm doing anyway. So I like to separate and really know what I'm doing and know what other people doing, so it ain't no crossing boundaries or stepping on esoteric F Force Ones or whatever the case to make people upset. But a lot of times the thing is getting cloudy at the moment, and then when it comes to creative attributes, that's being left behind on all aspects. And we ain't even just got to be talking about music, because especially what I'm getting ready to talk about right now, everybody ain't musically talented either. But There's a pocket for everything. And then the main thing y'all complain about is the industry structure. But for the most part, you need to start to understand, keep this in your mind. The things you need is the things you have to be. Let me repeat. The things you need is the things you have to be. So when you going out trying to cry for this esoteric respiration, I need a handout, I need a deal first, I need you to shoot me 1,000 videos first or whatever. Nah. The things you need, you're supposed to already be. I need a manager, you're supposed to be one. I need a A&R, you're supposed to be that. We got it online right now. You can message Tracy Ellis Ross right now if you want to. No, I'm saying? We don't want to hear no excuses, especially if you're from the hood. And I'm from the hood. I know people who get dropped dick for survival. No, for that. You know what I'm saying? Fucking pour a roof on their head. No, fucking pour food on a plate. Fucking put some Nike t-shirt Jordan man on their back. Oh, that. You got to be from the suburbs or some college chump. Not feel me. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So that means those early membranes, you're supposed to have been got out of that or whatever the case may be. You're supposed to be hard and tough in the heart and brain already. You know what I'm saying? Rejection is supposed to be about nothing. That ain't about nothing. But that's supposed to be another added on to what you're doing creatively. You know what I'm saying? That's supposed to be another bar in one of your songs if you make music. That's supposed to be another carving out, etching, sketching in one of your clothing or something like that or whatever the case may be. You see what I'm saying? That's another thing too. Y'all better start getting in the logo. Your logos represent your mind. You know what I'm saying? So then the design. And therefore, that's when you start to get filled in and stuff like that. So, you know, that's what your logo is supposed to represent. Don't just be all over the place. We're in a new time right now where your intellectual property is what's being looked at. And it ain't no paperwork for it yet. And you mess around, your whole creative, and that's why I ain't giving all my game, but I'm going to give game. All your creative attribute and intellectual property end up getting put on paper, transmuted into the industry or whatever the case may be. Now you got somebody like LaRussell running around with your talking points in the industry. You know what I'm saying? It didn't make no sense. So you know that's LaRussell undercover cop. You know what I'm saying? Let's really go in space. I'm the only alien. I'm the only thing that was foreign that they still try to discover ever since they came over here on a boat in North America and stuff like that. Like, what's going on? Still don't know. You know what I'm saying? I wrecked all the humans. But look, check this out, right? Now, all you artists out there, and it's gonna go beyond music, because everybody need to learn how to be a little bit more talented. You know what I'm saying? You probably be part of somebody who's talented in the music. You they family, friend, associate, or coworker, or something like that. Become a lawyer. Become a, you know what I'm saying? Something like y'all too, man. Everybody ain't need to be making music too. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all got cold expertise. A lot of y'all done went to college and didn't go to them institutional classes and stuff. So you got some expertise that can be added or whatever. Because when you start to look at Michael Jordan team and whatever the case is, because you got to start looking at people. I don't know why these people don't be making books. Why these people don't be making books about, you know, how they ain't getting no psyops and stuff. You know what I'm saying? They always on the side of doing psyops to others. Yeah, so some of these people be needing books, like y'all said, but sometimes you gotta look and stop just thinking about the main character because you want some Jordans on your feet or something like that. It's a whole team. You know what I'm saying? So Jordan probably getting rocked to sleep. Half, if not more, his goddamn bank account probably go towards somebody you could be making that yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got family, friends for no reason, or whatever the case may be. That's when you start to realize you ain't got no family, friends. So you need to start, or co-workers or associates. So that's when you need to start being every single thing. Everything you think you need, you could be that. You can learn it too. You get online right now too and learn how to be a manager. Say you go watch the movie right now, Bill Bellamy, how to be a parent. Oh, I'm fed on that. Oh, and somebody ain't already rocking you to sleep, and you got to pay $2.25 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's real stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and if you from the hood too, like you got to make this substantiated too, because we don't play no theatric games. We don't care about views. We don't care about likes. We don't care about none of that. We don't care about reciprocation, because we know what it is in real life, how we be getting it in real life and stuff like that. So when we got real interactions with strangers that are aware of us about what we do in real life or whatever the case may be, we know even in their mind, they don't react and respond or be in a position, whatever theatrics be trying to be created online. So everybody got common sense. Everybody got common. Let's understand that too. People online that be in control of certain things don't be realizing everybody got common sense. I think they in some starting point of thinking everybody's stupid or something like that. Yet you got to copy us. So I don't be understanding that. Sometimes you're like, how is you copying us and being our faces on something we created on a platform? Make any website hot. For an example, and this is what I'm about to get into right now, because people think YouTube is all the end all and be all. No, it ain't. How y'all think we made, just like we made MySpace, just like we made YouTube lit? That's a mechanism. That's a procedure. People from the hood, we know how to do that. It ain't just, oh, YouTube lit and they promote. No, we did the most commercial billboard, our face on the front of it for YouTube and anything. So y'all forgot the procedures because y'all, a lot of y'all ain't from the hood or whatever like that. I'm going to break down procedures, how you make a website hot based upon your territory and how everybody else start paying attention. Or it would be no such thing as all y'all being interested in what's going on in Chicago based off Reddit. All Reddit got to do is turn around and make a YouTube out of it or whatever the case may be. The first lit people going to be a new chief keeper or whatever, and then y'all going to forget the early phase of something and then let the industry water something down, and here y'all go running around with chickens with no head again because y'all retarded. You make anything. You could pick any rinky-dink old website right now and make that hot. Let me show you. How retarded. I just be on YouTube because I'm one of the individuals who made YouTube hot for this. That's why I got a blue check before there was even giving out awards or something like that. The natural way, not this synthetic way that they creating everybody and everybody agents now. None of that. So they didn't create it so much weird inflation. They have to make something make sense, like a person having 20,000 subscribers still getting 100,000 views. That don't even make sense. They had to make stuff make sense like that because of inflation. But that don't make sense. You just got mad shadow banning and you got mad, but we just want y'all to watch that. But you gotta copy the people who you shadow banning. That don't make no sense. But look, check it out. Right? Theme music. Now let's say if you make music or whatever the case may be, and you're trying to create an industry because labels is inverted right now. You ain't just creating no label. You got to create an industry, and that come with a structure, a format. But let's break it down, right? First, it takes the creativity. Creativity, that's gonna have something to fall back on. Period. If you ain't creative, I don't care how much business ethic you got. The old world is 90% of that still. It's not gonna work. But look, theme music. You have to and see this is why a lot of things is getting outdated too. You got that F the street movement or whatever. You a person from the street. You don't have to sell us nothing. If you from the streets, whatever you get ready to create, only the streets create that. You're a product of your environment. You don't take the product and try to sell it to the people in your environment. You'll lose every time. And that's what 21 Savage got to pick up. He could come back though because he ain't mixed and mingled with everybody else fraudulent behavior or whatever the case may be. But he know better now. And any other artist, especially with the little thing that's going on with the East Coast, New York and Atlanta right now. Don't sell your people nothing. You from where your people from. Be a representation. And that's how T.I. got one up on y'all right now. T.I. somehow found the sweet spot, a sweet pocket of that. You know what I'm saying? Where he not selling you the streets. He's someone from the streets. So you know T.I. ain't selling dope. But you also ain't about to judge it if he got a dope bar. You know what I'm saying? Or a bar about selling dope. Other than someone that trying to sell it, and then 90% of them get watered down with the industry. A lot of them cats ain't even really did it. So it makes it all cloudy and phony and what they call that favoritism-y. You know, that favoritism, we in high school again, energy and stuff like that's phony. You know what I'm saying? But look, check it out. Theme music. You have to rap about being who you actually are or what you actually do. And hopefully you have a culture attached to that. See what I'm saying? Now, I hate to even bring this into it because, I mean, not the negative aspect of it, but just the qualities of bringing things together. At this point, a gang member rapper or whatever the case may be would take over if they're rapping about the moral and the culture behind it, not truly the killing and stuff like that, right? That would attract more people during this particular time, as if that always attracted everybody in music or whatever. Not to say that it's specifically about gang. I'm trying to get y'all out of y'all mind. I'm trying to help y'all understand it ain't what we do, it's how we do it. There's a certain arena you in, and you do it your specific way. You might not be a gangbanger. You might be a backpack rapper or whatever like that. But how you do it is the thing. And if you trying to sell that world and not be that world, that becomes if you try to sell that world, you somewhere sitting around with a round table thinking like everybody who like something about this world, we got to make sure we hit that. If you are that world, it's going to be things you find in small pockets that you see other people don't see, that's still in that world, but a different angle at it. or different expression, a different sound, or a better bar, or whatever the case may be. So therefore, you're of that world. So people know it don't seem fraudulent. Like you're trying to sell somebody something or whatever the case may be, because we know that you ain't about to be the one who profit more off that anyway. And then that's going to lead to 10 years later, another confusion everybody be having. Oh, our own people don't be taking care of our own people or whatever that stuff y'all be kicking and stuff like that. But this about to get y'all more self-sufficient and entrepreneurs and stuff like that to be able to take care of you and your people and y'all ethnic groups. So for the most part, theme music, you have to rap about being who you actually are or what you actually do, and hopefully you have a culture attached to it, because these are the things that get you connected with your actual people and audience based on shared trauma and background. So when you already doing that, you're already doing that in your surroundings already. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no I'm getting online, and if I got writer's block, I'm getting AI. And see, and this is where we have a lot of what's that, how the Prince said, we have a lot of college dropouts trying to be musicians, and they're not really musicians. They just technical. They might know how to play the piano. They might know how to put words together, but it's just a whole bunch of Kanye Wests. And I know side of Prince, I know Kanye West, that's his boy. He put money in his pocket. But I'm everybody's next door neighbor, spiritual homie. I'm saying I was here on every land first, even the online new age territory land and stuff like that. So y'all know I speak to the heart and brain. Y'all know I be saying that stuff y'all all be having with y'all own inner friends and connects and stuff, especially everybody who be around Kanye. Everybody around Kanye know they left the studio and had those dick in the back of the limousine type conversations with themselves, or going back to the crib without Kanye West being around. Like, this cat trash, man. They ain't gonna tell me I'm lying. Anybody sit here and tell y'all lying? I'm the one I'm just saying, I say the real stuff for y'all. Y'all don't got to worry about it. Y'all, I'm everybody's next door neighbor, spiritual homie. You ain't got to worry about it. I'm gonna say everything that's real for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, when y'all on camera, yeah, Kanye West the best, pink polo, yeah, that and third behind closed doors. Yeah, what Uriel said. Yeah, what Dolo said. All said. I kicked the rail. Kanye West was really nobody ever. That was some industry type stuff or whatever. That's why y'all got him apologizing all over the world and saying ain't nothing wrong with apologizing and stuff like that. But I ain't got nothing to do with nobody. Like, I don't know what that got nothing to do with. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, right? So these are the things that get you connected to or with your actual people and audience based on shared trauma or background. You have to have some theme or world about yourself to dive into, or eventually you will sound like gibberish with no culture, rapping about like some European culture about feelings and what you think supposed to be, what you're supposed to be fighting for. Because this is what a lot of y'all do not right now. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm mystic, but you ain't got no culture behind it. Oh, I'm this. I'm Galileo. I'm saying, hold on, what's another one? I'm Aristotle. Y'all love making songs about colonists. Where your culture at? Or start or create one or whatever like that. Well, I don't want to hear that. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I don't want to hear about Jesus walking on water in none of your bars. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to y'all bow tie and the Hebrew Israelites. That's the first thing y'all want to do. Agent rap. Especially that, even though these ain't my cultures or ethnic, but even with the Pan-Africans and stuff, I got a piece of me in y'all. But y'all said y'all high on a percentage what y'all stuff is, the agent rap or whatever like that. I don't care about none of that stuff. That ain't my percentage. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be Arabs and stuff like that and things. So I'm saying I don't be want to hear that. I don't want to hear about no Allah, no Muhammad, none of that. I don't want to hear none of that in your bars. And y'all should want to hear none of my stuff in my bars or whatever the case may be. But that's the thing. It's about who rapping the most bars or whatever. Then once that get clear, it ain't really about what we rapping about. It's about the creativity behind it. And then a lot of people gonna hear y'all and be like, oh, that ain't creative, man. That sound like AI, or that sound like these cats. That sound like agent rap. You know what I'm saying? These cats trying to put people in a column, or these cats trying to get everybody up under Muhammad or something. Like y'all said some weird prosthetic rap. Y'all said it's agent rap, God body jail 7% rap. You know what I'm saying? Nobody want to hear all that. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I don't care how spiritual you is. That don't come with spirituality. I'm probably the highest spirituality rapper ever. Like all that other stuff, I don't know what these cats be talking about. That's agent rap. You know what I'm saying? That's fresh out of jail. I became fed rap. I know. I'm saying I'm a God body. The Harisha. Nah, dude, get that out of here. Take that back to Africa, bro. This North America. You know what I'm saying? Now check this out, right? Now look, like I said, like these are the things. So you got to make sure that you in that energy, that you got a culture at least, or at least make it hot. It ain't just up here sounding like agent rap or whatever. And then have a theme or a world about yourself to dive into, so it can eventually, so you don't really sound like gibberish, or you just sound like you just talking to everything. So all your songs about Cinderella and stuff, like nobody, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear all that. So because y'all got to understand this too. The first Fed rap was the 5%er shit. It's like KRS-One. See, that's what y'all don't know. A lot of y'all might, if you from New York, you might not understand what I'm saying or something like that. It probably took you 20 to 30 to 40 to 50 years for you to start understanding what I'm saying. And you probably still don't understand what I'm saying because they probably took so much of your childhood, and you not behind the cameras. And you ain't from this land like that. So you ain't got the blood, you ain't got the eyeball to really see things. But for the most part, the first Fed rap was the first percenter, the 5%er shit, like KRS-One. That's why they all had record deals. They was the first psyop agents on the street rappers. So y'all had y'all street rappers, and somehow these cats start losing deals, start like going to jail and stuff like that. So when y'all start hearing that, what's the math bullshit or whatever, niggas start going to jail. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But the Bean Pie, Public Enemy, and African Bambaataa dudes somehow still out here on VH1 having careers and stuff like that. So I'm telling y'all, these Moon Hat dudes be COINTELPRO that was started in the 1970s. Anytime you start seeing big clocks, some old monkey with a bucket hat on or something, like, oh, I'm saying a monkey, I'm saying, what, Flavor Flav. As soon as you start hearing somebody start fight the power, these cats putting you in a box for you to be somewhere thinking you fighting the power and go to jail. And these cats end up on VH1. These cats still free and stuff. Like, oh, I'm saying, nah, I'm telling y'all right now, it be your own kind. It be your own. Y'all better check y'all ethnic groups and stuff. It be your own. Flavor Flav ain't no goddamn Shinnecock name. Y'all better stop that. Now, let's check this out, right? Now, check this out, too. Now, trying to convince strangers first put you in a follower position, and you supposed to be the leader when it comes to artistry. So y'all got to understand that too. Y'all will be in a position where y'all sitting back watching, thinking this is what people want. That's automatically going to put you in a disingenuous spot, and your bars is going to sound like J. Cole-ish. You know what I'm saying? It's going to sound like virtual signaling. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful and things of that nature, because it's a thing when we start talking about the industry. They got a certain way of, the industry is just another word for Illuminati. That's the same thing. So the rappers is it. So you got to be careful when it comes to your intellectual property or whatever the case. They got a weird way of doing things that don't work no more. They ain't got no money involved in it. For an example, right? Because y'all probably don't know what I mean by that, right? Back in the day when it was just TV, this might have worked because people still need to go show up to hear these people talk. But then when you got somebody like Lil Pump now dissing J. Cole, it's just a clear representation of like what psyop and destinies, like stealing people. So just the sentiment, people dissing J. Cole line. So let's get someone we control in the industry right now, Lil Pump, and let's make him the face up. You see what I'm saying? That's like old world. Nobody play that no more. They don't realize it yet. They don't realize it's stuff like that what makes them not be able to recoup or whatever the case. They think it's other stuff. They just sitting around listening to us, but they don't know the spirit and the physical attributes that come from that. When you're in a certain reason into doing something, that reasoning to be in a presentation to present an artist is flawed. You know what I'm saying? That's out world. That's outdated. You can't do that. It's too many people who care too much about their own stuff right now to be absorbed in some uncreative artists and some other virtue signaling artists. You know what I'm saying? That's not what it is. None of these people create any type of circumstance that everybody want to go to is lit. Not online and not in their community, like how we throw parties and stuff like that. That's even what made Chicago people. You can't just be no stranger person, even if you're an artist, thinking you just I'm about to get fans. No, you ain't. What do you do and what can we be a part of? You just about to be up here and talk. You look like the industry crash out to us. That's all you might. I don't know. That don't lead to no money. Y'all need to get back into ideas around these roundtables about things that lead to money. Not no distractions, things that lead to money. No, China doing it. Every time you go on China and stuff like that, these cats dress more hip hop than y'all. They be fresher than y'all. All them China clothes and China brand. The common age group around my age group and younger, Chinese dude, Japanese dude, fresher than all y'all. then y'all be thinking y'all fresh with they stuff on. Like, it'd be weird. It'd be weird. But look, check it out, right? Y'all got to get into some circumstance where y'all got some type of creativity and y'all making other people wear stuff, not you feeling good about yourself because other people dress like that. 90% of hip hop clothes is Japan man. Click on Japan right now. Look what I got. Look, y'all ain't never seen these new Jabos. This Japan man though. It's Japan man though. You know what I'm saying? Look, poloed out. Oh, it ain't mine. Now this mine. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't about to be up here and look, y'all, I'm fresh because of this. No, I just got it because how people like it, but I wear it. It don't wear me. So I can wear my stuff or whatever, be butt naked, I'm still me, or whatever the case may be. You see what I'm saying? And I can sell me. It's lit now to go butt naked on OnlyFans or whatever. Everybody ain't even thinking about clothes. They copy it. Ain't what we do, is how we do it. As long as you creating something. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about the material. It's about who doing something with it. And sometimes you ain't got to use material. Use what God gave you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like real stuff. Like, how do I even got any haters? I don't be understanding that sometimes. But look, check this out, right? But look, like I said, now, first thing first, get all the things needed to make records. Now, when it comes into labels, that is the old world. Your label needs to be ran like an industry with a created format. That means everybody you're working with ain't waiting around to get paid. Even if you got to get a job, everybody's supposed to be adding 30% from their makings, and all participants goes to the industry. So that pot. So anytime or any form of investing has to be happening, right? To double or triple up on based off being a creator that y'all creating things, right? Y'all have it. So let's say one person work at McDonald's. See, I'm from the hood. I don't speak for people who are already in the industry, what they need to be better or whatever the case may be. You could be a hustler or whatever the case. Hustler, you could have 10 McDonald's jobs or whatever. I'm just saying, right? It ain't about, you got to have the talent, but for the most part, we build an industry. A label ain't about, I need to get signed. You're going to be waiting around forever. You got to create a circumstance and a format. Hopefully you present yourself and y'all have a position where y'all can sell y'all format or sell y'all model or however the case may be. Because that ain't nothing but what y'all paying for when you get signed. Yeah, you got signed, but you have to recoup the model. So they got a certain model. The label have you going through a certain model. Here's the thing. 70 to 80% of the things that came with their model is no longer useful. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you got online. Especially when you got in real life and things of that nature or whatever the case. Right? There's certain things that's no longer. What they used to have on VH1 or VH1 Uncut or BET Uncut or whatever the case may be or whatever. But that would have been something you had to wait to see your video on or whatever. But now we're not in that circumstance. So you have to create a system to pump these things out. Not no system where it's inflation. So when people like me come around, and I've been here before everybody, you only in a position of hating. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what all real people know. And that's what all you regular people need to know too. Mm-hmm. Don't be invested in no numbers or whatever the case may be. That's industry. And anytime you see that on people's channels, like you see mine or you see on other people's channel or whatever the case may be, that's them crashing out. So in their mind, they think that they're creating optics or whatever the case may be to make people watch whoever they watching seem a certain way. But when you're doing that to people, and it ain't nothing but people and real people and their family and other celebrities watching them, it's counterproductive. Because y'all see what they just did. And I'm not going to go on this because that's what they be wanting. But just for the regular people to see what they did to the numbers. All that be fake anyway, right? But see, I'm an adult enough spirit to help everybody understand this is the problem the industry having at the moment. and why they can't get they 1-2 together. So in one lens, they try to use things as a joke or to block people or to create a perception. But then in another end, when they wanted to work for their artists, they get all of us saying those views fake. They get all of us saying, why is this artist hot? We don't know them. They get all, you see what I'm saying? So they just counterproductive themselves. I don't know why they pick my page to crash out on all the time. Like, I didn't build my page on y'all, and my starting point isn't from a care from whatever y'all doing. So mixing y'all industry stuff on regular people's pages like mine is counterproductive for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Not it doesn't have people questioning, oh, his views drop or his view. It had people questioning, why is the industry crashing out? So when y'all do put up other plants and have them present content online and then put them in everybody's algorithm, like we need to listen to it, we don't hear what y'all trying to say to wake people up. All we see is damage control. It look like COINTELPRO damage control. Oh, something got spotted out and we got to control it. We got to get our hands on it. Like, that's what it looked like. So as y'all keep playing that game, y'all get back nothing. It's like y'all crashing out for nothing. So it's hard for y'all to even get people's attention when it comes to business, entertainment, education, religion, or politics, especially when it comes to politics. None of us as a people have time to care about it. If when we are doing our regular life, this is what y'all busy with. Why should we care about anything else? You see what I'm saying? Y'all missed the point of whatever y'all doing. I don't know what y'all think y'all doing or whatever it is, but y'all like lost. And y'all just show people y'all lost and y'all need assistance. So anytime we hear any video about, oh, the industry crashing, oh, the music industry, don't know, and we don't care, don't tell us about it, like we trying to save y'all. We care about y'all crash out. We don't care about y'all giving up. What's that? I don't care about that. I was gonna check it out. Marketing. Since we have social media, right? Y'all forgot to treat online like real life when it comes to promoting yourself. If you're, pardon me, if you're still connected with your area and not some old world college or institutionalized sucker shit, then literally you can make any uploading website hot for a specific reason. Pick any random website and have all local artists and everybody. Because look, when you talk about people is people. You come with your family and friends and everybody who know you based upon y'all went to the same school. Y'all in the same environment. That don't change. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of y'all. See, the thing is, the representation online is just too many college nerds online. So y'all get people like me or shadow band people, or y'all not getting the reality of how anything is something anymore. So when y'all leave from notice doing a real thing or being around or watching people that's still doing a real thing, y'all kind of get lost into, and a lot of y'all will be college nerds, and even if you ain't, that'll be your only type of representation. So you'll find yourself losing motivation if you don't got likes, or losing motivation if you ain't getting views or whatever, or people ain't liking your music. You need to know we in a time right now, it ain't specifically about your music. It's about you as a character. And what we get ready to get into is something AI can't do. AI ain't no hustler. AI ain't no promoter. AI ain't no creative. All AI can do is mimic what someone from a genuine perspective and built their motivations from their own mind come from. AI can't be nothing first. So I don't know why Timberland even keep wasting time in that. I don't even know why Timberland keep wasting time in that. So now, peep game. So like I said, marketing. Since we have social media, y'all forgot to treat online like real life. Because I'm going to get ready to explain to you how we made MySpace hot. MySpace was territorial. It became worldwide because of the territorial things that was happening. or whatever the case may be. Same with YouTube, all the way getting to the early Chicago wave or whatever like that. Now, before online, it was still the same way. That's how you even had Outkast, Goody Mob, but then you had the New York rappers all coming out like around the same time and things of that nature. It was territorial and then business shared made. So you can get this what was homeboy name? Damn. Is that Guru? No. They was on Tupac record or whatever. I used to like their stuff. Damn, what New York rappers was that? Bam. The hit to the hat man, I hit him, man. I put that cat line, I got my tan. Oh, some the land on about a van. Grand Pumbaa. No, probably not Grand, but the round number. I probably do. I got the wrong. That might be. I might be right. Grand Pumbaa. I might be right or whatever like that. And then they could be records. They could be on records with Tupac or whatever the case may be. But that was after already people with psyops in the industry. But the ground basis of it would make something hot. You know what I'm saying? Like the Lost Boys and stuff like that. This is based upon territory. So if you're still connected with your area and not some old world college institutionalized sucker type stuff, right? You literally can make any uploading website hot for specific reasons. Pick a random website and have all local artists get on it as a hub, like we used to do with private Facebook pages before Facebook got all psyoped up and things of that nature. All you gotta do is make a private hub. So it's not about, am I getting likes? No, it's about how we use MySpace. You have to be on that to know what week we all gonna be at the skating ring, or when we all showing up at the park to play the basketball tournament or whatever the case may be. So if you ain't in on it, you lame anyway. You know what I'm saying? And then it get bigger and bigger and bigger. Then you start competing with the next city. Then it get bigger and bigger and bigger. Then y'all start competing. So we all showing up at middle grounds for basketball, music, whatever, concerts. That's how it was, throwing shows or whatever, even though we had to stop beefing and stuff a lot of times. But for the most part, that's how that's the ground basis of it. So for the most part, you have to utilize, and it's so many, you could damn near create your own website, right? And then use the websites everybody own, like MySpace, TikTok, IG, Twitter, X, whatever it is, YouTube or whatever, and be like, this the area for the N1 group or whatever. So everybody get on there and you can make awards. You make like an engagement type thing. You know what I'm saying? Come up with creative ways, competition, creative awards and stuff like that. Freestyles every week. Something kind of like even with I ain't gonna say I inspired, but I'm doing everything though. Like I like when people present things, but like how we see on the rap, let's rap about it. The Jim Jones, Mano, Fabulous, and Dave East, and they got a person rapping up there on a beat all the time or whatever the case may be. If you're a producer, you ain't a rapper, make a beat and then have that as one of the competitions and stuff like that or whatever, and have that lead up to parties, have that lead up to other stuff like that or whatever. And before you know it, your whole city hot based upon what y'all just doing, because everybody in the city involved automatically by default is hot. Now if y'all can get out of the spectrum of what y'all doing strictly for competition and use that as a leeway, as a putting a spotlight on all y'all, boom, you good to go. You good to go, or whatever the case may be. Now, so make it like how we used to do old Facebook private pages. It ain't private, but for the most part, you're making like little hubs. You could pick any little website and use the popular websites to promote and make that little hub. And here's the thing. Here's where y'all be running into too many problems at, right? Y'all follow these college nerds too much online, and they strangered up. Stuff don't work. Start with people you know. Especially if you in the industry already, you a rapper. You already, let's say you Young Thug, and you start a little hub. Your friends is Little Baby. Your friend, y'all already popping in some new type of thing. You see what I'm saying? You got to do it like that. So everybody is going there to know some low-key stuff. I might throw a garage show or something like that. Y'all pop up at one of each other's houses or whatever the case may be. And that little hub, because y'all following these little podcasters too much too. No, these streamers. That's a whole different thing. Everybody, look, it ain't what we do, it's how we do it. We all online. So that's already using the technology. You don't have to be a streamer to do things that look like what we think streamers doing. That's why that podcast word is so foggy right now. But 90% of the people calling themselves having a podcast, not a podcast. You know what I'm saying? So you got to peep game a lot of times. Y'all, like, let's say even if we want to make an example for people who was in the industry, but they was creators and stuff. Joe Budden. That's a podcast. If you're a person who have a lot of hosts on there, that's a talk show. So I'm saying? So you gotta understand the difference. Adam 22, talk show. You see them? That's talk show. Joe Budden, podcast. If there ain't about to be no separation, it's gonna be cloudy. They might start to try to create a podcast award. It's gonna be all over the place, and y'all gonna 10 years later have the same complaints y'all having about the goddamn it these stupid ass Grammy awards. You know what I'm saying? Where ain't nobody really involved in nothing and know how to separate nothing. And then you'll have a R&B song that's the #1 hip hop record of the year. A hip hop song, the #1 rock and roll record of the year. A rock and roll, the #1 pop record. Yeah, it's like y'all all over the place. Y'all don't know what y'all doing. And this is what y'all getting confusion in the rap community right now. Where y'all act like y'all don't want to draw no lines with ghostwriters. Nah, in this new age, we draw lines with ghostwriter. If you a ghostwriter rapper, you need a ghost, you gonna be promoted as such. I'm a rapper like Beyonce. I need a ghostwriter. You ain't about to be out here in no field. We about to draw real lines. We got backpacker rappers, gangster rappers. I need a ghostwriter rapper, ghostbuster rapper. You can't be sliding in. We need categories again, just like YouTube's supposed to ban have categories. There would have been no such thing as shadow banning and having to demonetize people. If everybody in the category, you in that category. That's it. Now, if y'all do something funky with the category like y'all doing with the numbers, that's fine. At least y'all don't have to give the average individuals to people all the way to the soccer mom attention on stuff that we ain't got no business paying attention to that y'all could be doing in other stuff with real criminals. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff. But peak game, right? Because once you just dealing with too many people, now you got people, aunties and stuff involved. And that's the soccer moms. These are people y'all actually need for any type of vote or anything. And once you got these people saying, oh no, y'all messing with my family or friends, family, or whatever the case may be, y'all like, what is y'all doing? Like that, y'all crashing out. Y'all online like, oh, we got to make this individual look stupid. But this everybody y'all trying to get in other breaths, like especially when it comes to news channels and stuff, y'all talking in other breaths. No, y'all can't do that. That don't make no sense. I can see if this was celebrities, but people online ain't celebrities. We self-made. So that people in our real life is still who we doing everything for and helping us and stuff. We ain't in no industry already thrown up under a bus and networked up. And then y'all do psyops on us that's only made for that. You know what I'm saying? That's only made for Kanye West. That ain't made for YouTubers. What the hell? And y'all sending espionages and stuff and for people to get into a relationship, that's only made for Kanye West and stuff. That ain't made for no damn YouTubers. Y'all don't do nothing but crash out and have people, whole cities and shit try to involve themselves to figure out how they can get some money out of it. I'm saying we don't need all that. You know what I'm saying? That's why ain't nobody protesting right now. Everybody protesting to figure out how they try to get in, how they can get to putting themselves in it and stuff like that to see if it can happen to them a little bit and be like, oh yeah, I'm a part of it. You know what I'm saying? I'll be having to stop a lot of people that I don't even want involved. I got enough people involved and who I will allow to try to get some money first. You know what I'm saying? Like real, like I'm in the hood. I don't know what y'all trying to crash out on online. But y'all need to like go back to the drawing board. Real shit. Because I know in the hood, only our drawing board is getting in check. I'm going to tell you that right now. I don't care about nothing y'all talking about. Nothing y'all talking about. No missiles, nothing. Nothing. Now when it comes to people's regular home, family, or whatever, and all that's out the window, stuff like that. You know what people we got to deal with every day, regularly? If y'all think y'all about to get online and make any narrative important, y'all done lost y'all rabbit mind. Now, let's check this out, right? So like I said, right? But getting back on track when it comes to the industry. So marketing, since we have social media, y'all forgot how to treat online. like real life when it comes to promoting yourself. If you're still connected with your area and you're not in some old world lostness or whatever the case may be, you can make any website hot for specific reasons. Pick a random website and have your local artists get on it as a hub and use it to do private, like how we used to do private Facebook pages, and create awards, competition polls, different creative ways of engagement with the hood that'll spill over to regular sites like hot fish grease, especially because look, that we already got examples of that. There would be no reason everybody into Chicago business already. That's the same thing. So I mean, it ain't my fault somebody from Chicago ain't capitalizing off Reddit right now, whatever the case may be, or using it to catapult the YouTube or they Facebook or they IG or whatever the case may be. So everybody who doing something like you got to come through you for it to be something. You know what I'm saying? Now y'all doubling, now y'all tripling, now y'all looking like y'all got like some industry type of thing. You can help out you and your own people and your kind or whatever. Not get colonized up, start getting secretly paid up under the table, and then your excuses you having to leave your people alone. So you're just an anchor agent for separation in some weird way. You know what I'm saying? But it might come out your mouth as you trying to survive. You just did something wrong in the hood you weren't supposed to do. But look, like I said, cause that's the only reason people be having to move. I don't care if you get $1 million or $1 billion. You supposed to be already known. You ain't gotta move nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So if you gotta move, is they already doing something wrong? Y'all colonized up. You already in a situation where it's some hate situation going on. You did it or somebody else did it or whatever the case may be. But I understand things happen because I'm from the hood, whatever. But like at some point, I just don't, y'all be adding too much other things in it. That's what caused confusions. It ain't supposed to be that much confusions and stuff like that. As long as y'all get y'all mind right, y'all get yourselves together. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, yeah, you can make anything hot when it comes into, especially when even you know the people you are involved with in your territory or your city. You know what I'm saying? Because when y'all all involved, that's what it means to make something hot. Everybody doing something. Y'all just got to get out of y'all mind. Y'all doing something for likes or whatever the case may be. Y'all doing something. Look, when you present yourself like that, let's say y'all make like a website and y'all, one person who a little bit more lit than another person saying, hey, we all on here. First of all, people going to start getting the idea that this where they can actually be heard. So that's going to cause participation. Second of all, people who not making music or whatever still involved, and they're like, oh, my cousin rapping. Oh, my cousin on this. Oh, my friend on this. My person that I work with on this, or whatever the case may be. It's more, you care more to talk about it because you don't have to do much of explaining or trying to figure out is a person into it or not, because it's just something you watch on your phone. It's something you get ready to watch on your phone, and you know everybody you work with or everybody in your area already know a little bit about it. So you ain't got to even feel weird like you putting somebody on to something that you just watch and you don't know that they watch it. You see what I'm saying? All of that is that essence of it, that notoriety of how something actually builds or whatever. Because when real people is involved, who else is it but family, friends, and associates that make up the world? Y'all be getting online and having some weird concept of how y'all look at things. Y'all get online and start saying fans. Fans are people. So when y'all do that, you can get non-talented content creators, right? That let's say they get in the algorithm because probably what they talk about or whatever, and start talking about what they do and talking as if they got fans, as if people, the average people just like me, ain't listening. Like, homie, that ain't even why I watch you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't watch you because I think you creative, or I don't watch you. You know what I'm saying? And these people over exaggerate. A lot of these times we get confused too. About 80% of these people be agents too. So when you lack creativity, but you in some type of spotlight, your only intellect is to boast about something you think other people won't. So a lot of these people will just boast about their views or boast about their likes, and that's the whole foundation of why they think they hot. Not creative, ain't doing nothing for nobody or whatever, and hopefully they just taking care of themselves and their family, and that's what everybody should do or whatever. But don't come out here like it's some external thing if you ain't actually doing it. That's where people be getting lost. You know what I'm saying? So they start thinking They cooning is their job. They virtual signaling is their job. That ain't waking up nobody. That ain't doing whatever you saying. You got to be already doing. And even to these coons online and race baiter and rage baiters and things of that nature. I don't know why y'all think any revolution is gonna be televised. Why do y'all think? You know what I'm saying? That's how you could tell an agent. An agent is someone who be trying to get information online. So they come make an AI page that look like you or whatever and try to get your plans. Try to ask you like you gonna discuss your plans with a stranger or whatever, like as if you got any plans in the first place. So that already put light bulbs on top of people's on regular people's head in the first place. Why is that being a thing online? Now who else we gonna think? It's like this crash out energy everywhere. Like I don't get it. But let's check this out, right? Like it ain't no adults in these positions or something. But yeah. So just come up with new creative ways of engagement and things of that nature, especially if it's people that you already involved in when it comes to your territory and your city. You know what I'm saying? Now, this what literally I did early on YouTube. This is what I did early on YouTube, straight from MySpace and everything, and everybody liked me or whatever like that, right? And this what I did early on YouTube to make YouTube hot for the Northwest Territory. Now, where I messed up at is allowing too many strangers from different cities to attach themselves to me without checking them. Because even in their mind, I guess they thought they was attached to me or whatever. But where I messed up is allowing it to go on too long. You know what I'm saying? Because I like to watch you watching me. So I like to get information too. I like to get just as much information as whoever think, I'm saying, oh, you're around me, you record, you taking pictures. Okay, I'm going to make sure whatever you got with me is forever. You ain't going to ever be able to get out of it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you think you was doing with me, it don't mean anything. And I ain't no criminal. So like, you don't even want getting placed in a spiritual box, a physical box, all kind of boxes. I ain't got nothing to do with y'all getting lost. Nobody told y'all to do that. But for the most part, like I said, where I messed up is at allowing too many strangers from different cities to attach themselves to me without checking them early enough to remind them they have nothing to do with me in real life. But by them keep trying 5 years, 7 years, you know what I'm saying? I just took all my information and still did what I'm doing anyway, what I've been doing. Like if they want to give me money, okay. So I don't know what these people actually think. That's how I tell like gotta be retarded people or something like that. I don't get it. I mean, I get it from information received, but at the same time, that shouldn't have been a thing. You know what I'm saying? But by them kept trying, they just exposed that they are online espionages from nigger colleges. You know what I'm saying? So, because nothing else makes sense anyway. You can't be getting lost online and be having weird beliefs while being an agent, attaching yourself to strangers online. Like, that's not a great concept. I know there's a lot of flunked out people that probably been online, and I know there's some type of books that people read in industries or institutions and CIAs where it's like, oh, well, this is how people think, and if you do it this way, this is the way it works, or something like that, or whatever. Like, or if you act out this person's belief, or whatever retardation. You forgot we are adults. I'm a man. I don't know what the hell y'all done got lost in, whatever the case. But I'm gonna handle everything like a man and an adult. I think everybody else should act as such. But for the most part, so like as a man, my story is my story. You know, nobody told nobody to do nothing dumb, especially if you a fucking adult. If you just retarded, you just retarded. It really don't go no past that. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, like I said, that's not a great concept. That's a created crash out because people are involved already with real people in real life. So it doesn't make sense trying to start a relationship online because of a person's content. If you're not serious or have something really going on in real life, or at least a business add-on. Without those, it's almost wasting time doing nonsense online and whatever espionage group, a waste of money or whatever the case may be. Trying to psyop real people surviving like everybody else once the live button get cut off. Like, so I don't even understand how it can even be something built once the live button is cut off. Anything that come from that, even these weird forum posts, you're not proving to whoever y'all doing that to any content creator. Let's say these espionage groups want to make a page creating rhetoric about another content creator that they're doing a mission on at the moment. It's not like you gonna have a person like me come across that and look at that person. I'm gonna investigate you. It's not like you about to have, and that's what's weird. I think that's people is trying to use online, but it's not reality. It's online. You can't make something online be something that person, family, friends, or people that know that person not start second questioning. And you can tell the way these forums be. I even had one on me about me being an alcoholic or something like that. But I seen many others. I'm a content creator. I ain't never about to take some stupid post from an anonymous person and be like, and not even care about that. I care more about who they talking about, and I want to make my content off of it. Whether it's a celebrity, even if it's a celebrity, right? No, you're lame. Because we know forums this come from some nigger college or something like that, or people in SB, like Jet Magazine, people trying to scam. Like, nobody care about that. We in a new age. If you care more about other individuals and that's what you invest your time in, being an agent and stuff like that, you're in the wrong time. You're going to crash out whatever you're a part of, because it's too many. We're online right now. We're not celebrities. You online with real people. You do any psyop online, it's a definite crash out for the whole institution. We ain't nobody Michael Jordan and already got an assistant and ain't got this man. We already got our own family, friends, and associates trying to be our managers and stuff like that. What do it look like? Some whole espionage presenting themselves to crash out, but in their mind they think they're doing something. It's like weird. That's dumb. That was the dumbest thing of 2025, whatever. But look, check it out, right? Make your own relationships and only build on real relationships. Don't accept no recommended relationships, right? That's old world industry tactics, and that's where all of y'all problems come from. Which is why hip hop don't have a gatekeeper now. Y'all ain't got no gatekeeper situation. Y'all sold hip hop. Y'all sold the building of hip hop like a prostitute. That's literally what y'all did. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, for the most part, people online are self-made, not celebrities in the industry, full of networks and relationships. You know what I'm saying? So we got to, but I'll come out with a book for people to understand that. But look, make your own propaganda broadcast system based off y'all real creative narratives and angles. Not no propaganda, but just like a commercial or things that look like it's a system based off y'all creative narratives and things of that nature. You see what I'm saying? So for an example, if I make something about flying a plane or whatever like that, never land my plane or whatever. For an example, I don't even know why they understand. Like, the moment you start to say things like I land my plane, you lose views. So you could be somewhere thinking you doing a psyop on me. No one care about calling this tactics. No one in my position, no one in real life, not they mama, not they grandparents, not they aunties, not they uncles, not no gang members, not nobody from the hood, damn, not nobody from the suburb. You just expressing how you are an agent. The moment you online talking about land my plane, the moment we start to see other people get lit, that's regular people, and then y'all psyop it, just like how y'all all became pimps all of a sudden. Then y'all created that AI pimp, Sinful to P, this all, what? Why is y'all crashing out like that, showing what colleges y'all come from? Like, why? Like, why? Did y'all sit somewhere and think like, oh, this about to be intelligent, this about to be dope? No, it ain't. No, it ain't. Even soccer moms who don't actually see it still feel it. Ain't nobody jacking that. Nobody jacking that industry stuff. But y'all got to reevaluate. Go get creative directors again. Y'all just need creative directors again. Y'all crashing out. Y'all all doing what I'm doing and other people like me doing this stuff, and then trying to create some other way like we ain't the audience too. We the people and the audience, not we need to shadow ban these people and take audience. We is the audience. This why y'all records ain't selling. We ain't buying it. This is why y'all movies ain't selling. We ain't buying it. This is why y'all comedian shows ain't selling. We ain't buying it. So don't come up here and start telling us something and we in competition with content creators. No, you the content, we the audience. Did you forget? YouTube is just MySpace. Y'all trying to capitalize it. Y'all the ones trying to colonize it. It ain't got nothing to do with that. You can't make no industry out of YouTube. I don't know what y'all say. That's why they got Mike Leor or whatever like that. They try to say the next rapper gonna be a podcast rapper. I'm that. I already got more songs than every person in the industry or whatever the case may be. And if y'all ain't got no industry to give me a deal, all y'all about to do is create a whole bunch of copies of me and it don't work. It don't work. So y'all either sign to me or whatever the case. Your money don't mean nothing. We in a new time. Your money don't mean nothing. You gotta be yourself. You know what I'm saying? So for the most part, everybody in all positions gotta make themselves hot while being a representative of your label / industry. So eventually, even if y'all all got jobs, all y'all work at McDonald's or whatever the case may be, all y'all 30% go to that pocket of y'all little industry to create that whatever creative foundation or model that y'all give, because you got to create a model, a structure, a model. So you're funding a model, and that model going to support you and make sure you got a platform for something. And that system that gets built, you charge other people for it. So now a person don't even have to be a part of your record label, but they can be part of your industry, your model. So how you get things working, they can have that too. Let's say if you're an artist already, right? You already got your own Ticketmaster system, right? So everybody don't got to be a part of your label, but how you get shows, whoever signed with your little model, that's how they can get shows. However you get your music everywhere or whatever, whoever up under your not record label, your industry, you supposed to be becoming an Interscope right now. Not I got Death Row up under Interscope. No, you supposed to be becoming an Interscope right now. You have a system. You get what I'm trying to say? You got to place yourself in a situation where you got a system, so your system is getting paid for. And that would support anything on that system. Your art, your creativity, your label, and everything that's on that foundation. So y'all know how y'all had Arista, or y'all had Interscope, or y'all had Job, or y'all had Virgin Records and all these things, and then they had the subsidiaries, the big corporations, and then they all filter up under through three, like Warner Brothers and or whatever the case, right? It's time for you to become Warner Brothers though, and allow your label to be universal. You know what I'm saying? But when you can sign people to your Warner Brothers, and you can still have the homies up under your Universal Records. You know what I'm saying? See, but your Warner Brother is a model. How y'all get things done. So it's like spiritual warfare right now in our first bodies, the mind. Whoever got the best model wins. You had the best way of getting. Let's use this as an example right now. Who in the industry a little bit that got notoriety and they can do this a little bit? Somalian ass finesse 2 times. And finesse 2 times, sit back a little bit and don't go too far into the copying streamer thing and just realize, oh, I'm just using the same thing streamers do. He could slide into that kind of system energy. Hey, I got a system of how I get hot. If you want to do something like I'm doing, you got to pay. See what I'm saying? By him taking his energy, but sliding too much into saying, but I'ma just be a streamer, there ain't no new pocket he could take out of what we all doing anyway, streaming, and be like this. I got a model. And if I catch anybody else doing this model, you either copying, and it's spiritual warfare going on right now. So it's creative clash. Whoever more creative, anyone who copying, I'm not going to support anybody. Real people back now. You know what I'm saying? Real NIGG, if you want to say that. Real people is back. Hood people is back. We don't get down like that. No, I don't want to see you copying. No, I don't want to see you in some mind state like, oh, I think this hot right now, so let me do this thing that I think this person doing. No, you phony. No, we back now. Regular people back now. You know what I'm saying? We ain't with all that. No. You know what I'm saying? If someone got a model, no, I respect that. And if they put a pay fee up there, I'm with that. Not you and your mind state, you get ready to think, oh, this must be the next thing, hot thing now. No, I'm from the hood. I speak for everybody from the hood. Y'all did that to us already. Y'all did that to us. We ain't about to support you for this is kind of the problem 50 Cent having a little bit. When it came to T.I.'s angle. T.I.'s angle, you could use trolling with the music. 50 Cent angle came with other stuff with it. Yeah, we cool with the trolling, but then after a while, you have to realize 50 Cent, your audience is people who get trolled. Like, my chat cut off because of that. I was getting doxxed, people talking about my daughter and stuff. I don't respect that in real life. You know what I'm saying? But not to even get too far to that. But hood people, regular people who trying to get 1, 2 together and getting blocked by these college espionage and stuff from these nigger colleges and stuff, the HBCU, like we don't like to sit here and support somebody doing that to somebody else. Now, when it was a certain pockets that is funny and stuff, that's cool. But when it go too far at times, it looked like you're doing stuff, we're getting attacked to us. And I'm not about to sit up here and support some shit I'm talking about with my homies every day. And other people talking about with their homies every day and stuff like that. And what the hell we look like supporting something that's done to us? That's phony. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's cool in certain areas, but then when it go too far and stuff like that, it become questionable. And that's why we don't back it to the full potential, where you just got everybody saying, well, 50 don't got to rap. He could just, everybody ain't saying that because of what I'm talking about, though. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot, it ain't just about the trolling. The tactics itself, man, we getting done that to us. Like, by sucker shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that 50 Cent a sucker, but you got a lot of suckers out here doing sucker shit. And it just so happened 50 invested a little too much time in it. You know what I'm saying? Now, but in today's time, like I said, everybody got to be in a position to make themselves hot while being a representative for the label industry, for your label / industry. So eventually your services become the main thing that the talent can rest on. For example, your manager ain't your manager. Your managers are up for sale to whoever artist needs them, but they are part of your management company. See what I'm saying? The things you need are the things you have to be yourself. That's the model. You know what I'm saying? You going out getting broke trying to find a manager and your career still ain't shit. Where you go ahead and find somebody and they can do anything just like another manager do, be in everybody's inbox. And if y'all got that 30% concept going on, money speaks. Y'all also got the money to make something shake. Whether y'all need to get an artist with a fee up there. One didn't Game had something he was doing for $1,000. A lot of artists get ready to do that because goddamn music ain't selling. So goddamn everybody got to come back down to earth or whatever the case may be. So for the most part, we have enough real artists that's willing to do that, and enough up and coming artists that are just getting a 1-2 together and having that 30% pot or whatever. Then y'all own managers. Get the homie that don't rap and get him to be in everybody's inbox or whatever the case may be. Because at this point, the industry only got to give y'all selling a dream. You know what I'm saying? A person got to sell you their badge. They got to sell you their notoriety. Well, I networked for Mariah Carey and I had this, that. Who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? You just some middleman or middlewoman at this point. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know the next thing. Get out my face. You know what I'm saying? But that's pretty much where we at right now. These things that they can offer you ain't really an offering. And you'll be recouping some service that ain't really serve you. You know what I'm saying? So you didn't got $100,000 deal that's really a crash out. About 40% of it had to go to the team or whatever the case may be, just for you to still be the person to have to make yourself look. How much sense does that make? You paid for an add-on for no reason. You just pay for people based upon the notoriety of them that don't work in this world. We're in a whole new world. We don't give a damn you work with Michael Jackson. That. I'll tell you that right now. I don't give a damn. You was a backup dancer from goddamn J-Lo and you see Michael Jackson do the moonwalk. I don't nobody give a damn about that. I'll tell you that right now. All these damn Sora videos on Michael Jackson. You see, they don't give a damn about somebody getting monetized right now. Tito Jackson ain't getting none of them checks. Jermaine Jackson ain't getting none of them checks. Janet Jackson. None of these people getting none of them damn checks. From these damn Sora 2 Michael Jackson videos of him and Popeyes and stuff. I'm saying it was somebody not giving a fuck. You think I don't care about some backup dancer? That. You ain't coming out my budget because you some damn Humpty Dump Vanilla Ice backup dancer. I don't give a damn. I'll tell you that right now. I'll find a crackhead to be my backup dancer. No, no, no. Now look, all I gotta do is pull up at the gas station. Somebody be happy, get some change to pump the gas a little bit. I got a backup dancer for 50 cents. I got a backup dancer for $2.50. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. I got a show. I count it up. I counterpart because you know what I'm saying? I'm from the hood. I counterpartmentalize it. Oh, I got 7 shows this month. All right. $2.50 for this month. $2.50 for this week. $2. I said that as soon as I'm about to pull up to a show, pull up. Hey, you want to make $2.50 this week? Today? No, I said that I don't even make up a plan like I'm about to come up. Every day it'd be something new. In his mind or her mind, she getting $2.50. You don't want to give nobody no plotting energy. They could be like, oh yeah, they got the show. They coming to get me on. They start thinking more. You know what I'm saying? Start opening their hand, start swell up like marshmallows in the oven and say, nah. You just know that one time. In my mind, you know what I'm saying? I'm the hood person. I'm the one to get the good mind or whatever. Like, you just somebody I went to school with, auntie or uncle. You know what I'm saying? Whatever like that. In my mind, you know what I'm saying? I got what's going on down the line that counterpartmentalizer was thinking for me or whatever the case may be. All right, so when I pull up on you, you only know this was the only time you was ever the hype man or a backup dancer. It was all y'all $2.50 today. Next time I do a show, you know what I'm saying? And that should add up. And I'm going to teach some wisdom. Hey, next time, save y'all $2.50 or whatever. Like, why ain't y'all save y'all too? Y'all should have, you know what I'm saying? Never get somebody the whole layout. You know what I'm saying? Somebody the whole layout. You know what I'm saying? But when you from the hood, you got to do what you got to do. I'm just speaking like if I'm in MC Hammer positions and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, we think smart from the hood. We think smart. Think smart. You know what I'm saying? Smart. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Peep game. So music and streaming, right? What you need to do is be creative enough where your music or a piece of it can be a part of content beyond just dropping it. Get into commercials. Y'all already using AI and stuff like that. You can even drop AI. Now this is where AI can get creative, not delusional. And then it get used for espionages and stuff like that to psyop like it's a joke. No, this is where it can be used for creativity and people can make money and stuff like that. To present, you come up with commercials, right? Look at everything people do. How do George Lucas start promoting Star Trek? How did Walt Disney start promoting Wizard of Oz? How do Fox News and CBS start working around the camera works before they get up there? How to get into all that type of stuff. Right, and start making. You can even drop AI videos or random videos with plan a little bit, with your creativity and what you are invested in as far as your world. That's your kind of content with your music, and put your music and your song in the stream somewhere. Whether it's a piece of it, you know what I'm saying. Whether it's a theme or whatever, and therefore, boom, it's in a situation of being added to the stream if you got it on streaming services. So, because you can't be you got to be more than a one-trick monkey in today's time. So, for an example, right? See, I don't want to get all my game, but I have to be an example. I've been here for 10 years plus doing what I do. You know what I'm saying? Monetize, demonetize, monetize, demonetize. That ain't my whole, that wasn't never my starting point. You know what I'm saying? So, this is just a pointer. This is just something simple right here. Like streaming, like I always make the example of it. Plan the music before if you probably can have a talk show. It's like a theme, or it's like, if you just like me, you have a song, but it just so happens to me, I'm the pioneer of these things. So I could play a different song every day, and they all on streaming services or whatever the case. But and then I don't have to have them on streaming services because I'm monetized. But at the same time, people who not in that situation, let's say they're in the industry, they're not getting that money or whatever the case may be because it's going straight to their record label. Then they have that double questioning, should I drop a new song or whatever like that because people ain't gonna care about it or whatever. Like they all in the old world where really you're supposed to been building yourself up. That's why I'm the pioneer of this. But let's say if you started, you can have a song in your mind, you ain't supposed to be caring about if it's gonna be a hit record or not. And you can still make hit record money off of it, whatever the case, because you ain't no one trick monkey. You could be talking over here like you wise in an area because everybody can't beat me. You could be, for an example, right? Let's say you somebody like Exhibit, a new up and coming person, and your thing is cars. You like Exhibit, you like Currency or somebody. Your thing is cars or whatever, right? You literally can start making content about cars and things of that nature. And or it ain't even always got to be about cars. You start to create a world though. You just want to talk about stuff and you in a car or while you working on a car, right? Here's the thing. Make songs about that. Start doing hella car content. Now you creating a world. Have songs about that. Now, here's the thing. You could dive in that world where your song ain't just about cars and car names. No. It could be like make a song about why you put that specific rim on that specific car. And what was all the things you was going through in your mind and your imagination and the creativity and what was going on in your mind when you put that car together. That's straight up supposed to be a track. So think about Exhibit all week. He making a content about him just putting together his Cadillac or whatever. Then drop a song. But the song is about everything in his mind when he was making the, man, yeah, I colored it lime green because Tom seen that when I was broke eating lima beans back in the 9-8 with my auntie was a fiend, whatever the case may be or whatever, and stuff like that. Boom. Even if it ain't a hit, you're playing it that whole week. So you're making a whole bunch of content with that all week. It's going to the streaming. Then that's what make things hits because it goes beyond the song. Now all people who work on cars, even people who don't make music, you the song they bumping when they in their garages, when they in their Grand Theft Auto garages and stuff like that, right? Then I don't make cars, but you being Exhibit and just having that energy with it, it's a song I'm listening to or whatever the case may be. Then before you know it, boom, homie got a whole nother career. But I'm just using this as an example. You have to create a world. You can't be no person and then you trying to sell us something. You have to be the thing. You have to be the product. And we will buy the product. We're not going to buy what a product is walking around trying to sell us. Don't ever forget, you are a product of your environment. So you learn how to sell things in your environment. You learn how to sell product. But for the most part, you are a product from that environment. So the moment you think you get ready to bottle up something and make it the product, but it's from you itself being the product, that don't make no sense. Because now you separate yourself from the creative attribute. Instead of you being a product that everybody want to buy because you the strongest cocaine walking around creatively and things of that nature, you separate yourself from that. Then you put yourself into some situation where you can't sell a bunch of stuff no more, and you have to put all your time into selling something, and then whatever that you're trying to sell, you're going to lose attributes from wherever you are the product from, and you have to use somebody else's tactics, and that tactic might work better for them. And they're absorbed into the industry, and then you always get the short end of the stick. Got more of your benefits, got more of your income, got more of your circumstance, got more of you, and then get ready to replace you too. You know what I'm saying? So y'all got to peep game. It goes deep, real deep in this thing. But yeah, that's for all the real people out there. these weirdos online and stuff like that. I don't know, whoever pays them go broke. You know, I'm getting a lot of showing me I'm getting a lot of strikes. But when YouTube look over the content, they're gonna be like, hey, ain't no reason for it. I'm saying, so that just let you know all of that is over with. That extreme hatred energy for specific people because of whatever, no one even into whatever y'all making plans about to even make that make sense. So it's like y'all talking to yourselves. But for all the regular people out there, love y'all from the bottom of my heart. Not anybody that's against me. You know what I'm saying? Fight my, you know, for sure. You're not listening to the Mind of that Terry's Moon. I am the Royal Archangel Uriel, and I'm here to carry God duties and responsibilities for that rector swap. Rector swap, HAЄL'HO, YALLHO, Massasoit, Mama Natoy.